welcome to this week's video.
Hello!
So we're going nice and slowly at the moment on the section of canal we're on, but that's all to come on a future video on the BCN. This week's is showing you a bit of what we do when we're not cruising, and a new piece of canal for us was the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal, so the first section of that.
Busy, busy, busy!
So please don't forget, like and subscribe, help us grow the channel.
Button, ring the bell, it's free to you and me, free to you and me.
I hope you enjoy. Put any comments below and we'll answer them when we can, and we'll see you at the end. Paul's making the most of the time to sit on the back of the boat. What are you designing now?
Well, I've used the boat behind and we're painting a tin, and I'm just trying to create a reasonable pattern to either put round the middle or round the bottom, and then putting something in the middle. Depends on what Tash might like best.
Roses in the middle.
Oh, okay. In that case, it's a band round the top then.
Yeah.
And we've just seen the person that I went and did the training course with.
So yeah, Terence, canal art by Terence. Terence has just gone past on his boat as well. It's been
So
quite
if you
busy
see
today.
Empire, say hello, Terence.
We've put away all our products once today, got them back out because the sun came back out, and now we've had to put them away again. It's absolutely throwing it down now. It's Sunday morning now, we're still at Great Hayward, trading again today, and it's another windy one, and it is actually forecast to be dry all day today, but we'll see what the day brings. Just going to get everything out and start displaying it all on the side of the boat. I have to say, nice shiny boat. We did wash it yesterday using our minimal products, and it is looking nice this side. Just need to do the other side when we're moored the other way round. So it is only just gone 8 o'clock, and we're getting us up a bit earlier than normal today because we have got some fellow boaters that said they'll be here about 8:30 this morning to come and get some refill cleaning products off us. So we've got some of them in 20-litre containers just going on top of the boat. Fabric conditioner, toilet cleaner, clothes washing liquid and washing up liquid, and then we'll leave them up on the boat whilst we're here, even once we finish trading. So I'm quite happy to dispense the cleaning products outside of our normal trading days, because obviously that's easier than having all the craft products out. And then the racking that we use to put all our products on, sticking with the recycle and sustainable ethic, is all made out of pallets. Paul's broken them down, put hooks on them and used them to make display stands up out of. It was absolutely throwing it down with the rain when we got up this morning. Luckily we hadn't planned on moving the boat today. It's now an absolutely beautiful evening, and we've been on a date night. We've been to the cinema and we've watched Top Gun, which was brilliant.
Stafford, 4 miles away, the Odeon Cinema.
Yeah, Odeon Cinema in Stafford. It was only 4 miles away. Very good film. I was very emotional at the end. I couldn't talk because I was so emotional when Paul asked me what I thought of it. Anyway, there's Aldi in Stafford as well. So we went and did some food shopping before we went to the cinema.
There's
and
one on the way too.
Yes, there was another Aldi on the way back from Stafford to Great Hayward. So we're just doing the walk back to the boat with the shopping bags. But considering the horrible weather this morning, it's really beautiful and peaceful and still now. The sun's shining. It's a really nice evening. So here's hoping it's a nice day tomorrow, and we're going to move up towards Penkridge tomorrow. The River Trent runs next to the canal here at Great Hayward, and there's a footpath off across to the Chopra estate, and that's the really pretty footbridge that goes over the river towards the estate. Left it a bit late in the season as usual, but just out collecting some elderflowers to make some cordial with. Need about a dozen heads, so we're just taking a couple off of each tree so we don't affect the trees too much. Just for a nice walk down the canal on this lovely evening, and collect enough to make the cordial tomorrow. Tonight's visitors: Mummy Swan, Daddy Swan, and 6 cygnets. I've put some oats here for them.
So one I made yesterday, and my Tash wishes to turn around and let you see me cut the bread.
I couldn't record it yesterday as he was making it, as I was working on the computer. I will try and record it next time he makes one, because he says he's going to make one a week.
Oh,
here we go.
It was one a week alternates with the bread. But simple loaf made here on the boat yesterday.
Looks good.
It's not warm, unfortunately, because that's one to devour with a whole pile of... How many pieces did you want?
Only the one, please.
Oh. But, yeah, there you go.
It does look
nice
really
and
good.
soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even with its own bag from the loaf that we finished off the other day. It's about upcycle, recycle. Upcycle, recycle plastic.
Here we go. Here's the bin area. We've got all our paper. We're keeping a paper bag on board, so we'll pop that into this bin because there's still a bit of space in it. Plastics, grab the glass out. That's all the dry recyclables. General waste over this side. Looks like it must be bin day nearly. So there is a decent amount of bins here, which is needed because it is a busy area. There's obviously the marina, the hire boats, and then all the boats using the water point as well. Finally finished with filling with water, so we're heading down Staffordshire and Worcester Canal towards Pinkridge. Before we can go down there, we need to turn the boat round in this wind. There's another boat there queuing for water, and another one that side. It's been a constant queue this morning. Gone from a really quiet day yesterday to a really busy day today. But there's no boats coming down the canal, so hopefully it should be able to get it turned around and in position to go down. And then where the canal narrows, just down there past the boats, I'll go down and get on the boat down there. Watch one of his expert manoeuvres. There's nothing coming for miles. Good thing being stood on top of the bridge, I can get a bird's eye view of his manoeuvre. Challenging in the wind today. Seems to be lots of wind for June. We have got the bow thrusters turned on, but he's not used them yet today. Going into reverse now, get it the rest of the way round. And perfectly done. To the bridge. Wind has actually dropped a bit for now as well, which has made it a bit better. Expertly done as always.
There's only one tap working. Why it's taking so long?
That's a good bit of manoeuvring, that.
That's why he does it and not me.
Enjoy, take care.
Right, I'm going to run down and jump on where it narrows just down there. Very bendy and twisty and turny on this piece of canal. Another bend to go around now. Got the washing machine on, as we often do when we're travelling, keep up with the washing. Hence needing to fill the water tank up again this morning before we got going. don't think we'll be putting the washing outside to dry though today, because I think it will blow all up the canal if we do. Once we get to Penkridge in about another couple of hours or so, Paul's going to ride back to Great Haywood to get the van, which is going to be a bit of a grotty ride in this wind, and I'm going to do 5-mile run on week 5 now, I think it is, for London Marathon and Chicago Marathon training, which are both at the beginning of October. Just passing a marina here on our port side. Nice bridge to go in there, one of the easier marinas to access, and it's Stafford Boat Club here as well. And then on the grass just over there, once you get past the bridge, you're going to see there's a pair of old lock gates. Often see them on the canal side, being used for ornamental purposes. Looks like they've got a bit of a dry dock at the back there under a big tarpaulin. About to go under another bridge, which must be bridge 99 possibly. Let's have a look and see. My eyes are really bad. What bridge number is it? Can you look in the book and see?
The only one with the marina is 96.
Oh, must be 96. We've done that many bridges.
I could be wrong.
Could be. I've got my glasses on and I can't see it.
Hey?
I've got my glasses on and I can't see it. Yes, it is. It's 96. Bridge 96. Nice scenery fields on both sides at the moment, although I can't really see them on that side because of the trees. And this is the Pink Valley apparently, as we're heading towards Penkridge. So these pieces of wood that look like sleepers that you often see stored at the side of locks are what they use for closing the waterways off when maintenance needs to be done. For deep gates, these ones were actually relatively easy to open, and then you can see the size of the sill there, because this is a deep lock. That's why it is so important to make sure you're well out of the way of the sill, particularly when you're coming down in the lock, because as you can imagine, if the boat got caught on that sill as the water levels were reducing, it's a sure way to make a good job of sinking your boat. So that's why you should always make sure you're forward of the sill marker, like I say, particularly when you're coming down the lock. And then as you're going up the lock, you need to make sure you clear a bit so your bottom doesn't get caught on it as you're going up as well. And then in the very narrow locks, you have to make sure they get caught on the walls on the sides. If you've got any, we've got plates in the back of our boat, so we have to make sure they don't get caught on the uneven brickwork in some of the more narrow locks as well.
It's a deep.
Just a bit. And done a deep one for one, have we? We're just coming under Acton Moat Bridge, number 92. And we can hear the M6 on our starboard side. So we've come quite a long way across the country, because we came under the M1 about 4 or 5 weeks ago, before we went on our holidays to France, before we got to Chardlow. And now we're the other side of the country by the M6. Not bad going, considering we had 2 weeks on holiday as well.
Hi.
Is it a bit cold and windy?
It's a bit chilly.
Just remind me what month it's meant to be.
Are we in July? June.
I thought it was November. But the trees are a bit green for November, aren't they?
Just slightly.
Some lovely houses along the canal side as we come along Acton Trussell. Some of them have got boats moored outside. Seems like a very nice area.
This is best like me.
Like I said earlier, we did the M1 a few weeks ago and went underneath there. Here we are now going under the M6. There's a boat coming. Boat coming through the other way, but it's quite wide, so we're going to both get through. This is Longford Lock. It looks like one of the locks that probably had closures for works over the winter. It's got new looking lock gates. The stonework's all been replaced. And the gates work like a joy. Makes such a change. So there's a boat in it, they've just gone out. We'll just wait for people to come in. And it's got new ladders as well. So yeah, it's lots of money spent on this lock over the winter by the looks of it. There we go, nice newly renovated lock. What a treat to end the day with, all the ducklings on the canal side. So cute. Mummy's now got 5 chicks sat underneath her, keeping them warm. It's amazing how much Mummy's plumped herself up to keep all the chicks safe underneath her. We've had windy days cruising, haven't we?
Hello, yes we have.
We've cruised from Great Hayward to Penkridge. You've ridden back how far?
We've cruised 2, yes. About that.
So Paul rode back on his bike to get the van.
I think it was about 10 miles, but off the top of my head. I'm not sure because we've just also been looking at possible ride tomorrow morning.
And then I've been for a 5 mile run, had a look at the village, worked out where the post office is so we can go and post a parcel in the morning.
Yeah, I'm just dodging nettles on the
And we're doing something we haven't done for a while, aren't we?
What?
We're
Dodging
walking to the
nettles.
pub.
Going to the pub? We don't do things like that.
We haven't done it for a while, but there's a pub not far along
We're
the
going to the
towpath.
boat in at Penkridge. So you'll find she'll do a little bit for all of you that are interested in pubs that we visit on the side of the canal.
So yes, I think we might get wet walking back because there's a few spots of rain in the air now.
I'm not throwing the pint over you, I promise.
Really?
I promise.
Here we are at the boat inn, which, as you can see, is right next to the canal. Got a bit of a contrast to the weather now. We've gone from 38, 39, possibly 40 degrees yesterday at nowhere to much cooler
You're
today.
taking the mick out of my head, no air.
Haha. Much cooler today, back in warmer tops and a bit of a breeze, but we're certainly not going to grumble. So we hope you enjoyed that.
Loads of fun.
Showed you a bit of what we do when we're not cruising, as well as some new waterways.
Go on with aeroplanes. Wasn't food. Makes a change.
I'm not sure where the aeroplanes comes into it, but there we go.
That's the pictures.
Oh right, okay, yes, Top Gun, I get it now.
Can't get the stuff.
So, hope you have a good week. Next week we start to leave the nice rural areas we've been in and explore more urban. So come and join us and see what the urban canals have to offer.
Don't forget, push the button, ring the bell. It's free to you and me. Subscribe. See you later.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.